Good morning, students. Today, we are going to learn about English vowel sounds. Actually, it's part of pronunciation. It is there in our first year syllabus. And as you know, study of sounds is called phonetics. So let us first know about little bit about phonetics and about pronunciation. Sounds. Before that, let me introduce myself. I forgot. I am CG Lakshmi Prasad, Assistant Professor of English, working at Government Degree College, Atmakur, Vanaparthi district. So today we are going to learn about pronunciation. It's going to be the first video, and there will be many more videos on this topic. And the first one subtopic is English vowels. What actually is pronunciation? What is phonetics? And the basic things we are going to learn. Actually, you have learned all these things in your intermediate. It started in intermediate phonetics, and you have learned so many things in phonetics, and you have learned that phonetics is study of sounds. Sounds are the basic building blocks of spoken language. Sounds are the basic building blocks of spoken language. Any language. When you say language, it may not have a script, but sound is very important. There are so many languages which are just spoken, not written. So speaking is a basic elementary skill of any language, and it is a elementary thing of the language. So the International Phonetic Alphabet, also called IPA, it has listed so many symbols. List of symbols are available, and it can represent all the speech sounds used by human beings in all of the languages of the world. It's not common, and many people think that all languages have all sounds. No, it's not like that. English may have some set of sounds, and Telugu may have different set of sounds. And that's the reason why Telugu people find very difficult in pronunciation of certain sounds in English. In the same way, Bengalis, they find it very difficult to pronounce certain sounds in English and even in Telugu. Telugu people cannot pronounce Bengali sounds. Bengali people cannot pronounce Telugu sounds. Okay, it's all, every language has its own set of sounds. So today we are going to learn about English sounds. Okay, every language uses a small set of distinct sounds called phonemes, and these sounds, the set of sounds are called phonemes that are meaningful to that particular language. To that particular language only it is meaningful, and that sound may not exist in some other language. There are so many sounds which are which exist in English and which do not exist in Telugu. In the same way, Telugu sounds may not exist in English. Tamil sounds may not exist in Telugu. Like that, every language has its own set of sounds that we have to understand first. We can use IPA symbols, and these symbols can be used in any language. All audible sounds, all audible phonemes of the world are represented through these symbols. And the pronunciation of the words of a particular language, this written representation is called phonemic transcription. So any sound that we can hear can be transcribed through these IPA symbols. Any sound, not only in English, anything. This written representation is called phonemic transcription, and that is called phonemic transcription, and is a useful tool in learning pronounced words correctly. And how do we learn pronunciation? Particularly, it's very difficult because English is a foreign language, and we do not know how native speakers pronounce particular word. And how do we learn? Unless we have this kind of system, IPA system, it would become very difficult for us to learn the correct pronunciation. Okay, so if you learn these phonetic symbols, what happens? Every dictionary, it has a phonetic transcription after the word. Not every dictionary, all most of the good dictionaries, what do they do? After the word, when you search a word, so immediately after the word, there will be phonetic transcription. Usually they give American pronunciation and British pronunciation, and you can choose which one you want. Okay, both pronunciations are given, but usually sounds are heard, but hearing the sounds, can be directly, represented through symbols. Okay, whereas in Telugu it doesn't. There is no problem. Telugu, what we do, whatever we write, we pronounce the same way. But in English, it's not like that. What we write is different, what we pronounce is different. So here comes the need for IPA and the need for learning IPS symbols. Once you learn these IPS symbols, it becomes very easy for you to learn how to pronounce a word through dictionary. Such a transcription is placed between two forward slashes. Okay, two forward slashes will be there, and in between the slashes, this transcription is written. For example, see here, university. The usual spelling of university is here. UNIVERSITY. Everybody knows that, but we do not know how it is pronounced. Okay, suppose if you don't know English, because we know how to pronounce this one. Suppose you can be pronounced U. Unai where Saiti. Unai what Saiti. It can be. We do not know because it is written something and it is pronounced something. So how do we know? Suppose you don't know how to pronounce this one, you go to dictionary. There immediately afterward you will find like this one. So what is this one? This is used. This is written with the help of IPA symbols. So what is this one? This is ya. This is oo. Ya plus who? Oo. Then na plus e. Ni. You ni. Then wa plus wa. C. T. University. So this is how we can learn pronunciation from the dictionary. But you should know, before that you should know all these symbols. And how many symbols are there, particularly in English? You don't need to learn all setup. Maybe 100 symbols are there in IPA, but we don't need all those symbols. We just need to learn only 44 symbols. There are 44 sounds, phonemes. These are called phonemes in the English language. Okay. So what you need to do, you have to learn these 44 sounds without once you learn these 44 symbols, you can learn any word pronunciation. You can learn how to pronounce any word through dictionary. So these sounds are broadly classified into consonants and vowels. Okay, and these 44 sounds are divided into vowels and consonants. So how many vowels are there in English? So if I ask anybody, immediately people say that there are 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. Okay, of course they are alphabet. A, E, I, O, U are alphabet. English has 26 alphabet, and we classify them into 21 consonants and 5 vowels. Okay, that is A, E, I, O, U. They are alphabet, but vowel sounds are different. Each vowel can have more than 3-4 sounds. So we are interested in learning sounds, not alphabet. So how many vowel sounds are there in English? There are 20 vowel sounds. You're surprised, right? Only 5 so far you have learned, maybe in school, but in intermediate you must have learned that it is 20. Okay, but still some of you may wonder, how come there could be 20 vowels and 24 consonants, that is 44 sounds, but we have only 26 alphabet. Yes, each alphabet can have more than one symbol, more than 1 or 2 symbols. Okay, that's the reason why we have 26 alphabet, but we have 44 sounds. And again, these vowels are subdivided into 2 categories. One is monophthongs and another is diphthongs. Monophthongs are also called pure vowels because they are pure vowels. I tell you why they are called pure vowels. And the second one is diphthongs. Okay, diphthongs will have 2 pure vowels together. Okay, let us understand what monophthongs is. It's a pure vowel sound, one whose articulation at both the beginning and the end is relatively fixed. So there won't be any change in articulation. Okay, I want to ask you one question. I usually ask the question, what is the difference between a vowel and a consonant? How can you what is a basic categorization? What is the basic rule behind this categorization, vowel and consonant? Okay, so many people say so many answers, but I'll tell you the right answer. Right answer is that, and we use many parts of our mouth and to the vocal cords to pronounce sounds. Suppose if you want to pronounce some sound, sometimes you use lips. Okay, upper lip, lower lip, teeth ridge, palate, hard palate, soft palate, until glottis. Okay, there are so many parts with which you pronounce sounds. Okay, so what happens when you pronounce sound? Air comes out, sometimes through mouth, sometimes through your nose. Okay, that is the basic thing. But what is the difference between a vowel and a consonant? When you pronounce a vowel, what you do is that you don't move any part of your mouth, any part of your articulatory parts in your mouth. Suppose you say ah, you just place your tongue in a particular position, you release air ah, and it can be prolonged. There is no need of stopping. But when it comes to consonant, what happens? Suppose ka, ka, ka actually cannot be pronounced without vowel a. Actually, these consonants are called stops. You stop the flow of the air at a particular point of place by touching one part of your organ with another part of organ. Suppose when you want to pronounce ka, what happens? The tip of the tongue, ka, ka, sorry, side thing. Suppose we'll take some other sound like uh, cha. Cha, what happens? Cha or ba. That will be better. Ba. When you want to pronounce ba, what happens? The both upper lip and lower lip are brought no near. They are closed. Air doesn't come out. Air doesn't come out, and suddenly you release air. Ba. That is how consonants are pronounced. So when you want to pronounce consonant, what happens? The sound is stopped. Not sound. The air is stopped at some place, and it doesn't flow. Whereas while you are pronouncing vowels, what happens? Air flows out freely, like ah, e, oo, a. See, air comes out freely without any obstacle. There won't be any obstacle. What you do is that you keep your tongue at a particular position and you don't move it. Okay, that is called vowel. So that's why when you are pronouncing these pure vowels, what happens? You keep your tongue at one place and there won't be any movement. There won't be any movement. Such vowels are called pure vowels. It's a pure vowel sound, one whose articulation at both the beginning and the end. That means from the beginning to the end, there won't be any change of the articulation, relatively fixed, and which doesn't glide. It doesn't glide. The tongue doesn't glide down towards a new position of articulation. English has 12 monophthongs. We're going to learn them in the next slide. And diphthongs. Diphthongs means, I told you, in monophthong, there is no change of your tongue. Whereas here, what happens? You move from one vowel sound position to the next vowel sound position. That means there is a glide. For example, I, oh, I means what happens? A plus E. A. From the position of A, your tongue slightly, slowly glides towards E. I, ow, oh, a. These are called diphthongs. Okay, like even in Telugu we have a, I, u, a, I. I is diphthong. O, o, ow, ow. It's again a diphthong. So even in every language, only thing is that you have to study from that point of view. You can learn many things in diphthongs. As far as diphthongs are concerned, we have 8 diphthongs in English. So total, how many vowels are there? 12 plus 8, 20 vowels are there. 20 vowels are there in English. Okay, so now I hope you understand what is monophthong and what is diphthong. So monophthong is your tongue doesn't move. It is fixed from the beginning to the end. That means when you start pronouncing that sound, it will be there, and at the end also it will be there in the same position. It doesn't glide. Whereas when it comes to diphthong, it glides. But English, English has only diphthongs. That is, your tongue moves from one place to one vowel to another vowel. There are some languages in the world, diphthongs also there. In Telugu also we don't have diphthongs. There are certain languages. I heard some African languages have diphthongs. Diphthong means you move from one vowel to second vowel to third vowel. Maybe it's like that. I, a, e, a, something like that. These sounds are not there in English, luckily. Otherwise, it would have become tongue twister. Okay, while pronouncing certain words, okay, it would become very difficult for particularly Indians. In Indian languages, we don't have triphthongs. We have only diphthongs and monophthongs. In almost all, as far as I know, maybe I do not know if Sanskrit has triphthongs. I don't know. But as far as my knowledge goes, there are only monophthongs and diphthongs in all Indian languages. I am not aware of triphthongs in Indian languages. If anybody knows, you may comment. And even I will know about it. Thank you very much. And let's go to next slide. These are the phonetic symbols, that is IPS symbols of pure vowels. Okay, let us see. This is I. Sometimes small I. It is small I followed by 2 dots. Okay, this is called E. This is the first vowel of English. Whereas in Telugu we start from short vowel, long vowel. Even in English also we have short vowels and long vowels. Suppose E is short vowel, E is long vowel, U is short vowel, U is long vowel. Like that we have short vowels, long vowels as well in pure vowel. Even pure vowels, that is monophthongs, can further be divided into short vowels and long vowels. Okay. So first one is E. Okay, that is like a sheep. We'll have many more examples while we continue. And the second one is E. This is short vowel. Short vowel to E is E. This is E, like in ship. Then we have U. Telugu also we have. And let us compare these sounds with Telugu sounds. Okay, there are some sounds which doesn't exist in Telugu. Let us see here. U. Okay, good. It is there in Telugu. Even E is there in Telugu. E is there in Telugu. U is there in Telugu. So there is no difficulty for a Telugu speaker to learn these sounds. Then oo, this is also there in Telugu. Like shoot. This is good. This is shoot. Then this one, A. This is also there in Telugu. Like bed. Then E. Okay, not E. A. A. Not E. This is E. Sorry. A. Teacher. This is short vowel. This is short vowel. Teacher. This is bird. Bird. Okay, like 3 and 2 dots. This is this is not there in Telugu. Sometimes it becomes very difficult. We say a bird. We say it's not even this one. Shortest vowel to this one. Okay. Teacher, not actually. We use teacher, not teacher. 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 It's very short vowel. It it is something like oh, we don't pronounce it at all. Then we have oh, it is there in Telugu. So there is no difficulty. We can very easily pronounce this sound. Door. Then cat. Ah, this sound is not there in Telugu. I ask my students to write, so sometimes commerce students, they write bank, rank. These sounds cannot be written in Telugu because a sound is not there. What they do, when I ask them to write bank in Telugu, they write banku or byanku. It is not possible to write in Telugu because a sound is not there. But we can pronounce it very easily. Most of my students, I find them to, I find them very easy. They pronounce it very correctly. But still, it is not there in Telugu. They perfectly say bank. But when it comes to writing, they write bank. Cat, they say correctly. Then this is also there in Telugu, like first it is. It is almost like first up. Then this is long vowel, like second one in Telugu. It is also there in Telugu, so there is no problem. Then this one, o, o. It is a short vowel for o. O is there in Telugu. Shorter than that one, o, on, on. It is not there in Telugu. What we do, we substitute this sound with we say on. Okay, it is on the table, not on the table, on the table. It is on the table. Okay, that is why some sounds, whenever we don't find suitable sound in foreign language, what we do is that we substitute that with our native sound. You know, for example, Bengalis, they don't have wa. Wa sound is not there for them. So whenever va comes, they substitute with ba. That's why we say Bengal. Whereas in Telugu we say Vanga Desamu. Vanga. Vanga is called Banga. Bangladesh. They say Bangladesh. Okay. Even if you, we say in Telugu Ravindranatha Tagore. Ravi. Ravi means sun. In Bengali, they say Rabi. That's why Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. Ravi, va they cannot pronounce. Whenever they cannot pronounce, particular, not only Bengalis, even we do that. Even for example, Tamil, Malayalam, there are some like Tamiyachi. It is not there in Telugu. So what do the Tamija? We substitute with ja or ra. In Malayalam, some sounds are there. It's very difficult for Telugu people to speak. Okay, so they substitute with the ra, like ra, ra. Malayalam has some sound called ra. It's very difficult for Telugu speakers to pronounce it. Even I find it very difficult. Somehow I practice to some extent. To some extent only I can pronounce it correctly, and Malayalams find it wrong when I pronounce that words. Then diphthongs. I told you there are 8 diphthongs. Okay, the first one is iya. Yeah. That is e. We start from e and we glide to yeah. Like here. Here. Two vowels are there. Diphthongs. And two vowels. A. A. We start from A and we end at E. A. Day. Then ua. We start from u, end at a. Ua. Tua. Oi. Boy. Boy. Not buy. We Telugu people will pronounce it as buy. It is not boy. Boy. Okay. Then go. Oh. A. U. Oh. Then a. A. We start from A and end at way. Then I. I is there in Telugu. Like Aishwaryamu we say. Airavatamu we say. It's very easy. My. Ow. How. Ow. Even ow is there in Telugu. Aushadamu. Okay. Oh, oh, ow. These two sounds are there in Telugu. The rest of the sounds are very easy. There is no difficulty as such, but still they are not there in Telugu. So this what is very important while learning. Now let us see all the vowels that are there in Telugu, that are there in English. So total 20 sounds. We have divided in 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. Let us see once again. E, E, A, A, O, U, E, like that. A, O, U, A, I, O, O, Ia, A, Ua. So these are 20 vowel sounds. Just a minute. Then let's go to examples. I have collected many examples for you so that you will understand it very easily, because it's very difficult to grasp the correct pronunciation of English vowels, particularly. Consonants are very easy, particularly, but as far as vowels are concerned, because there is a very slight difference, particularly for Telugu speakers, it's almost all same. Some vowels are almost all same. Even I find it very difficult. Okay, because it's a native, native influence is always there. We cannot come out, but still we should try to learn, and this learning takes place only through examples. That's why usually in your textbook they have given only one example, and they ask you to write three examples as an exercise. But for the benefit of the students, that is for your benefit, I have collected as many words as possible. It has taken a lot of time for me to collect all these words. So I request you to please, be very, very careful. Let us understand how each sound differs from another. The first sound, E. It's very easy. I told you in Telugu we have this sound E, A, E. Example is given and some more examples are given. Okay, like hit. Hit. Where is E? Ha. This is ha. This is E. This is ta. Hit. So let us examples further. Bit, sit, kid, it, lit, mid, bid, bin, bit, did, dip, din, fin, fix, hid, kid, like this. Then second vowel is also very easy for us. E, feel, keel, peel. I'm wantedly expanding that sound so that you hear it, you get it. I'm expanding. You don't need to say keel. You don't need to say feel. I'm deliberately doing that one for your sake. Peel, deal, heel, meal, seal. I'm making it big, so little bit bigger the photo so that now you can see my lips while pronouncing. That's very important. Meal, seal, wheel, steal, bleed, creep. Okay, like that. E can be pronounced very easily, particularly for Telugu speaking people. Whatever that I am telling is from the point of view of Telugu speaking people. Then we have next one, U. This is also very easy for Telugu speaking people. Book, cook, good, hook. See, this is short vowel. So we have to be little, we cannot say book. We cannot say long vowels can be, expanded, but short vowels, it has to be short. You cannot make it long. Cook, good, hook, look, took, put, should, bull, bullet, bullet, bush, sugar, like that. Then we have ooh, food. Usual Telugu speaking people pronounce it food as food. I want food, not food. Not food. We pronounce it as food. Now it is not food actually. We have to say food. Food. I want food. Flu. Blue. Blue. See, these are homonyms. Blue and blue are homonyms. Spellings different, but the pronunciation same. Lose. Prove. Youth. See, once again, it is a long vowel. So you can bit expand it. Youth. June. Fruit. Flu. Chew. Choose. Like that, you can expand it to up to some extent. Then we have a, caught. Again, a short vowel it is. It cannot be caught, caught, caught. Body, box, got, hot, model, obvious, not obvious. We say obvious, not obvious. We have to say obvious, obvious. Policy, possible, want, not want. We say want, not want, want. Wash, not wash. See, there are so many times we pronounce it want. I want a biscuit. I want a cake. I want an ice cream. I want ice cream. I want bat. I want a ball. Something like that. And she is washing. We say not washing, washing. Want, washing, want. So these are the things that you have to learn. And let's go to next one. Oh, this is bit longer. Tall, not tall. We say tall. Telugu people will say tall, not tall. Even I say, okay, because I am also Telugu speaking person. So even I say tall, but Malayalis say tall. When they say tall, okay, when I heard my friend saying tall, I used to say, why are you pronouncing it like that? It has to be tall. When I say tall, and they laugh at me. And I used to, wonder which one is correct. Is it tall or tall? Actually, tall. Tall is correct. From Malayalis, pronunciation is correct. Water, and we say water. This sound, Telugu people will never pronounce. O sound. Okay, but they substitute with A. But I don't know why. Actually, that O sound is there in Telugu. But still, we always, substitute with A. Maybe because most of these sounds, they use A sound. Whenever we say A, we say A. Whenever we see A, we see. Whenever we see A, we say A. It is not like that. It's not water, it is water. Always. Bowl, bowl, not ball. Bowl, coal, hole, mole, small, dawn, August, not August, August, clause. Okay, like that. Then A. A is no problem with Telugu speaking people. They say it correctly only. There is no problem. Like egg, dress, net, head, bell, bend, best, bet, sell, set, sent, tell, well, went. All these sounds are very easily Telugu people can pronounce it. There is no problem with this sound. But only there are some sounds which we find it maybe confused, not difficult. It's not difficult actually to say water, but we say water. It's not difficult to say tall, but we say tall. Okay, maybe it is because of confusion. Okay, then we come to is a very short vowel, shortest vowel in English. Oh, Bout. Almost it is unheard. It is not heard at all. Bout. Bout. Not heard. But we people, I mean, once again, Telugu people, we say about, about 10. We say about, not about. It should be bout. Go, go. See, ago, not ago. It has to be go. Legal, legal. Teacher. We say teacher, not teacher. Teacher. R is also not pronounced. Okay, R is never pronounced unless it is followed by some vowel. Okay, otherwise R is never pronounced in English, particularly British English. Americans, they pronounce it. Americans say teacher, like us. And even we say teacher. But as far as the British pronunciation is concerned, you have to pronounce it as teacher. I want to be a teacher. I met my teacher. Teacher is calling. Teacher is calling. Balloon. We say balloon. It's not balloon, it's balloon. Balloon. Okay. Familiar. Familiar. Not familiar. We say familiar. We substitute this sound with A. It's not A, it is a. Familiar. Familiar. Gorilla. Not gorilla. We say gorilla glass. Not gorilla glass. Gorilla. Horizon. We say horizon or horizon. So many pronunciations are there in Telugu. I mean, Telugu speaking people pronounce this one as in differently. They say horizon, horizon, different. But actual pronunciation is horizon, horizon, not horizon, horizon. Then this one is everybody, even they don't pronounce it correctly. Who? Police. How is it pronounced? You ask any police, I mean, mana constable, you go and ask constable, sir, how should I pronounce police? They say police. Even we say, even I say, everybody says, Telugu people, all people say, not only Telugu people, sometimes most of the Indians, okay, and there is no discrimination as far as the police is concerned. And we say police. It's not police, my dear. It you have to pronounce it as police. What is it? Police. Police? Yes. Not O. Police. Police. Even police don't pronounce it as police. Police pronounce it as police. Variety. Not variety. 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 Then this one also. This one also very, very difficult for Telugu people. Okay. We substitute with A. It is actually, uh, uh, suppose you're very busy. Somebody will ask, okay, hey, do you come with me? We say, okay, but this sound is not there in Telugu. This, so, um, vowel is not there in Telugu. Like, how do you pronounce this one? Earth. We say earth. Even I do say. I'm no exception. I'm not a Britisher. Okay, I'm not an American. I'm also a Telugu speaking man. So even I do pronounce as earth. But the correct pronunciation is earth. Earth. Even ta. The ta sound is not there in English. Sa. We say sa. Earth. Earth. When you say ta in English, your tongue has to come out very slowly, very, very little. Okay, very little has to be shown. It has to be like that. Earth, earth, earth. Okay. Then in the same way, nurse. We say nurse, not nurse. We say nurse, nurse. R silent. I told you, unless R is followed by vowel, there should be a vowel after R. Then only R is pronounced. Otherwise, R is always silent. And that is a common rule. So it's not nurse. We have to say nurse, nurse. Turn, turn. not turn, turn. Word, not word, word. Girl, we say girl, not girl. It has to be girl. Her, term, verb, learn, murder, world, not world, world, work. In the same way, these also not there in Telugu, I told you, but very easily we can do it. We picked up it very easily. Apple, act, add, ankle, back, bad, can, family, flat, hand, happy, land, tax. I told you about bank, writing bank. It's very difficult. Then we have a. It's also very easy. Is bun, bus, but, cut, gun, luck, run, sun, truck, sun, ton, blood, flood. Then it's also very easy. Bath, bath, ask, start, art, palm, spa, not art, palm, spa, bomb. This one, it has, we say garage, not garage. It is garage, 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 Sam, Sam, not Sam, Sam, llama, lava, like that. These are the 12 pure vowels. Now let's go to diphthongs. Okay, these are comparatively very easy. Ear, ear, appear, near, ear, clear, tear, beer, fear. We say beer, not beer, beer, fear, cheer, dear, peer, volunteer, volunteer, not volunteer, volunteer, air, air, chair, not chair, chair, parent, bear, dare, hair, care, stairs, where, compare, pair. See, this is a homonium to PAIR, pair. PAIR is also not there here. PAIR, PER. PER is not peer, pair. Once again. Then we have tour, not tour. We say tour, not tour. Tour. Poor. We say poor, not poor. Poor. Sensual. Cure. Jury. Sure. Your. Pure. Bureau. Curious. During. Then ace. Pray. Obey. Way. Break. Age. Blame. Case. Date. Face. Train. Trait. In the same way, I, die, lie, pie, tie, bind, blind, child, sign, bright, fight, cry, fly, fry, shy. Oi, oyster, coin, voice, boy, toy, void, point, join, noise, soil, spoil. Then bowl, show, no, comb, no, bone, close, code, local, most, only. Then last one, count, sound, now, loud, count, mount, bound, cloud, brown, cow. And this is the last slide. Thank you very much. Actually, I was a bit fast because time is running away. So I had to close after 45 minutes. This will be automatically closed. That's why I have to bit hesitate. Thank you very much.